Hey everybody, have you ever really wondered what makes a horn like this, which is our ACB 2RL, which is priced around $900, and what makes Copernicus, which is priced around $4,000? Why on earth are there two drastically different price structures for both? Stay tuned to this video. I'm going to talk to you a little bit of what I see the reason being. Everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. I hope you're having a fantastic day out there today. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our free mini lessons, our product demos, talks like this, and so much more brass fun on our ACB page. Oh, I had a person on YouTube ask a question recently about this exact topic. So I thought, what better way than to talk in two sentences as a reply, or actually talk in a little bit of detail about it. So when you're talking about the price differences between a horn that's made in Asia, for instance, versus a horn that's made in the UK or Europe or America, we'll say, there's a lot of factors. Today I'm only going to really talk about three big factors, and we'll just talk through them one by one. And the first one is raw materials. So you're talking about raw materials and the sourcing of raw materials. Now, for instance, on Copernicus, there's a few big things here that you want to talk about. Let me put the other trumpet down before I drop it, but maybe you get a discount if I did. First of all, it's copper plated. So in order to copper plate a horn, it requires a whole new plating tank, which Adams did just for this horn. So that's a huge expense. Plus, copper plating is quite hard to do because the minute copper hits oxygen, it oxidizes. So the sourcing of the raw materials on this instrument, which obviously affects the way it sounds and plays. On a horn like Copernicus, it's considerably higher than on our 2RL, which is a fine instrument. I'm not saying it's not a bad instrument. I'm just trying to describe why there's a huge price difference between a $900 trumpet and a $4,000 trumpet. You're going to talk about raw materials. We might as well include the fit and finish of these instruments. The fit and finish of the instruments have such an important thing. So the slides all feel great. The valves are amazing. Of course, Adams valves are some of the best in the business. Versus our 2RL, hey, it's okay, but you can see and feel things. Now, we go through those horns, so I honestly think they're actually far more valuable than what we price them. That brings me to a next point. There's also a distribution chain in all of this. So in order for me to get this horn, I have to go through Adams directly, and they take a cut, I take a cut, and if it's another one of the Adams instruments, then the dealers take a separate cut as well. So when you're talking about a Bach trumpet or a Yamaha trumpet, for instance, it goes through warehouse to a U.S. distributor to a regional dealer network to the end consumer. We avoid almost all of that with our 2RL, and even Copernicus, it comes straight from the factory directly to the customer. So it saves a fair amount of money. Otherwise, if this horn was through a major company, like a different company, we'll say, because Adams model is different, then you're talking maybe $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on the instrument. So raw materials, fit and finish, quality of time. So, which brings us to this. You got to have great quality control when you're dealing with the pricing on an instrument, and a lot of companies don't. They put out suspect stuff. That's why you can go on eBay and buy an instrument from China for $200 or $300. I guarantee you, because we've done it. We've gone through 9, 10 different companies now in China. I guarantee you the quality that we have is far superior. And then We go through every one of our instruments we import from China to go through the fit and finish. Now, a company like Adams takes it far higher than even I can. That's why the horns are so wonderful, because everything is fit right. Everything they're not going to let something pass that they wouldn't personally give the thumbs up on. So that's a huge one. Another one, this is a big one. We just celebrated this holiday in the US yesterday, is the cost of labor. Now, the cost of labor has to get factored into the overall cost of the instrument. Labor in Asia is really inexpensive, so you're talking a huge discount overall versus the labor charges in Europe, which are quite high, and our labor charges here in the United States, which are also quite high. So that has to go into the factoring of the price. Now, there's a middle road here. Now, like our Manchester Brass RLGB, which is made in Taiwan, the labor is a little bit higher. The sourcing of materials versus the Chinese horns is better. The fit and finish on this trumpet is fantastic. And it's relatively inexpensive because we're the only people that sell the RLGB. So you can only get it from us, so we don't have to raise the price through all these different networks. But there are a few things that I'm thinking about when someone asks me, why is this horn so expensive? I'm always willing to talk about this. Maybe we can schedule a future live session to talk more in depth about this. If you have any questions, post them in the comments here on YouTube. Thanks again for your great support. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and have an awesome day, everybody. Talk to you soon.